So you're Brandon, and you're
Yep.
a store director at Graywhale. Could you tell me just a little bit about like what the store does and what you've been doing for the past 30 years?
Yeah. So Graywhale's local, independent,
Yeah.
kind of entertainment media. So records, CDs, games, movies, books. We have a lot of used books at some of our other stores. Not so many here. We don't have a lot of space for it. But yeah, basically that's what we are. We're just a local independent entertainment store. I'd say about 80% of our product is pre-owned. So we get that from our customers. They bring it in, and then we buy it from them.
That's very cool.
And then they can turn around and use that credit to get new stuff, or we can pay them cash too at the same time. But we do carry new as well. So we always have the newest releases. Because we're an indie, and because we're built on music lovers, we carry more than just the top 100 Billboard stuff. I mean, we've got deep cuts, small punk labels and small indie labels and small metal labels. And if you're like a super nerd into a super genre, like you go deep, we go just as deep as you do, and we can go just as deep. Most of our staff are kind of ridiculously, wastefully knowledgeable about the music, about music in general, and it's our passion, and that's kind of what we are. We're really about supporting the community, supporting the idea of a community culture, of small businesses being what helps make a culture. You know, it's not just streets and houses. It's the small businesses. It's the people that live in your community, that go to those businesses, that share time, that share their money with you, that go out to a local cafe and have a conversation there, or do their homework there. I mean, that's what makes a culture, I think, more than just a post office box and streets. And so we're very much into supporting any of the kind of local culture we can. Not only small business culture, but local artists, visual artists, musical artists. We do anything we can to help support that as well.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of what we've been doing for 30 years.
Really?
Yeah, we started with a gentleman's CD collection.
Okay.
And he noticed that a lot of people were getting into CDs, but they couldn't necessarily afford the new ones, because when they first came out, they were like $35-$40, you know?
Yeah.
And he had some money, and he was younger, and he had amassed a collection. He goes, well, I'll just kind of bring some of my collection I'm done with, and he started selling them for cheaper, like $15, because they were pre-owned. And then people started buying, as people were buying new stuff, they'd start trading it in to him, because he was the only place, you know, and then boom.
Oh my God.
That's how it happened.
So just touching on what you just mentioned about how you get your CDs from like people. Is that like your main kind of resource, like people bringing in?
That's our only resource for pre-owned, is our customers.
Oh wow.
Yep, we don't go shop other places and buy pre-owned stuff. We don't go to third-party markets like eBay, Amazon. We don't buy product from there. We buy it strictly from either, if it's a new product, we're going to buy it from the label, Universal or Saddle Creek or you know, Interscope or whatever. We'll buy it from the label if it's new stuff. If pre-owned, it 100% comes from our customers.
Oh wow, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with like what opportunity space is?
Not gutting. Probably, but yeah, maybe not the term. Yeah, go ahead. That I know maybe.
So this just basically means like where your business fits into the market, like where's the opening, like where.
Okay, totally makes sense.
Yeah. So are you familiar with like how? Say I don't really know much about music business, but like how people sell like, I don't know, CDs, like where does Graywhale
fit? Yeah, so pretty much, it sounds like opportunity space kind of has a little bit to do with like market share and what we think of our market of buyers out there, where we fit in that. So there are a couple other independent record stores in town that we 100% support and want to encourage people. Obviously, we're the largest. We're the largest fish in a small pond. As far as independent retailers of music and entertainment stuff. You do have your big box stuff, like FYE and stuff like that. They kind of do the same thing we do on a much larger scale. Hastings, what Hastings used to do. And then you have places that did just new music, but most of those places are gone. And there's not a lot of places that deal in large volume of entertainment media, especially with the streaming and all of those different ways you can get your entertainment sources. Any place that did a high volume of, entertainment media in new entertainment media, like meaning not purchased from a customer, most of them aren't doing that anymore. You go into Walmart and look at their their new media section, their new CDs and DVDs. There's like nothing. Go to Best Buy. Like there's like 2 rows now. It used to be like half the store, you know? So what's allowed us to not only thrive, but to actually grow and get bigger and bigger when all these other stores like Tower Records, Virgin, Sam Goody in the mall, like they've all just gone away, is because we carried the pre-owned stuff. So because of that, we're engaging people that are in the market for physical media on a much more personal and higher scale than places that just sold new packaged physical media. So as far as our opportunity space, I think, especially as Utah gets bigger and bigger, our opportunity space actually grows and grows. And therefore our market share is going to necessarily grow with that, because there's not really any other business like ours filling that market as far as physical media goes. Not in Utah, at least. Like I said, there are other independent record stores like Randy's and Diabolical, and we totally support them. But they're very, very small compared to us. And we're still small. We're a small business. We only have 4 stores. We have like 40 employees. That's it. We're not this giant behemoth. But compared to Diabolical and Randy's, which have just kind of, and Raunch and Albatross, they have smaller, you know, they're running on a staff of, you know, 2 to 5 people. You know, it's a much smaller store. And we support them as much as possible too. And in fact, like, that doesn't hurt. There's not a negative competition factor in our markets, because we probably have about 80% of the market share. So I feel like as far as our opportunity space, we're filling almost as much as we can. And then as it grows, as more people move to Utah, more money comes to Utah, we're doing things to expand as well, without forgetting who we are and without forgetting what we're about. And that's our people. Our staff's the most important thing to us. Our customers are our second most important thing. Because without our staff, we don't have customers. Without customers, we can't pay our staff, and we don't have a store. So
it all works in a circle.
Exactly. It just kind of feeds itself. And as long as we're very transparent when we buy stuff from customers about what we're paying them. We're very fair. We're never like hiding and being shady. As far as someone brings in a $400 record, we don't be like, okay, I'll give you $4 for it. We're like, this is a $400 record. We can give you $200, but we want you to know this is a $400 record. That's what we're going to sell it for. And, you know, we're always very transparent and clear. And that creates a trust. It creates a respect.
It does.
And then the customers generally understand. They know that you're taking a risk spending $200 and putting us on your floor for $400, because not a whole lot of people coming through your door are going to be able to buy that $400 item. And so it helps them understand the business a little bit more, which makes them feel more involved. It almost gives them a little ownership of it. Of our success is based on their ability to help us succeed by being patrons, by bringing us good products, by spreading the word. They can feel good inside when Graywhale grows. Our customers feel good. That's a good thing to them, because they're like, I helped that happen. And they absolutely helped that happen, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do so. I don't know if that answered your question about opportunity space, but
it does. And just as you're talking about like your presence here and in Utah just in general, and how Utah is growing. So what do you guys have, like a plan for how you're going to grow with Utah, or like do you plan on expanding?
So I mean, with any business, you have a 5, a 10, a 20-year plan. Ideally, if you want to move at all. The 5-year plan absolutely involves expansion. Right now, our 10, 15-year plans do not involve any sort of expansion outside of Utah. If anything, because of the rate that Utah's growing, I think it's one of the top 5 fastest growing states it's in the top 5 for commercial real estate for sure. But I think population growth too. I think it's in the top 5. So there's going to be just nothing but more people, more money, more cultural perspectives. All of that's just coming into Utah. So our real focus is to expand within Utah itself. That's why when I talk about like other competitors that are independent local, I'm always like, let's not fight, guys. There's no reason to fight. There's plenty of dollar bills around here. People just need to know where to go. And there's more dollar bills coming in every day as Utah grows and as Utah's economy grows. So as far as like our expansion ideas and our growth ideas, we do have expansion and growth ideas. Like one of them would be a larger kind of a superstore downtown, like Amoeba Music or something like that, like a 3-story, 10,000 square feet, like just tons, like this times 20, like this on steroids. That would be kind of our next as far as physical expansion. That's kind of what we're really aiming for right now. That would be kind of the next one, and then we would expand our presence down in the South Valley. We would expand our presence in Riverdale. We have stores in both those areas, but they're smaller. They're like this, and so the idea would be to expand those, larger square footage. We can carry more volume, more inventory level, which would bring in more volume, which would help the increase in population in those areas. It would be able to serve more people.
So it just ties into the whole helping community idea.
Yep. And being like Utah local, Utah independent. And at the rate Utah's growing, really, like, we will be able to expand the company if we do it right.